everybody, and welcome to another video. This one was a bit of an unplanned one. I just recently found out about this new piece of software, and I thought it was on brand for us to have a look at it. I've not seen anything of it really. I've seen a little bit of a video of somebody else exploring it, and I thought it'd be a good one to have a look at and sort of explore on a video, so you'll get some authentic reactions and whatnot. I think it'd be quite interesting. This is R.O.V. Pilot Titanic, created I believe by Magellan, who are the deep sea ROV team that have been scanning the wreck of Titanic. I believe they do other things in the ocean as well. I've not really looked too much into it. But these are the guys that have been doing the really high def scans of the wreckage to try and properly catalogue it and monitor its deterioration over the years and whatnot. And this software is a work in progress piece that they've put together that will allow mere mortals like you and I to take control of a virtual ROV and explore a 3D model that has been created using those various scans that they've taken from the bottom of the Atlantic. So, without further ado, let's jump in and have a look. Difficulty. Let's go easy so we know what to do. We don't need a tutorial. We have to figure things out on the fly. Excuse me. Or do we? Yeah, piloting Romeo here, apparently. There's some controls. Let's have a look. There are a few options here. Sonar scanner, reading inspector, first and third. And we'll switch to first. I think that will give us the better field of vision. Switch ROV on. There must be two ROVs. Sounds about right for dives to Titanic. And they always go down in pairs. Oh yeah, there's the other one there. If this is Romeo, I can assume that the other one will be Juliet. Oh, something coming into view right here. The money shot. Been referred to in the past. This is pretty cool. Wow, look at this. Mega. Let's head up over this bow rail to find the forward anchor. Move over here a little bit. This is pretty cool. Just, I think this is possibly the most famous bow of a ship ever, isn't it? I think it's instantly recognisable, even if you're not a fanatic like us. Mound of mud buried itself into the seabed. I've often wondered what the condition of the hull is like beneath this sediment. You know, has time ravaged what's under there as much as it has out here? I doubt that, you know, these rusticles can exist under there. Could be completely wrong, but it would be interesting to dig a little away and just see what kind of condition it is. The railing there on the bed that's fallen off. This is mad. What size it is. Back over. So well preserved. There's a photograph of the gentleman that we're his anchor chain standing next to a single link. Huge. It's so big. We got one. I've got some little objectives there in the bottom left hand corner. I didn't see those. We'll actually go around and look at specific areas of the wreck.
Be careful.
Oh, sorry. Oh. Sediment. Bit drowned out by the light, but something there. Let's carry on. Slightly. That's the previous dive, but like a memorial, yeah, it looks like it is. Like I said, I believe this game is work in progress. The quality of the scans that they've used on the model thus far are not full resolution as to the scans that they actually have. I think I read somewhere it's about 10% of the final full scan. So I assume with future updates this is going to get quite detailed. We go down one of the cargo. Can we even go down? Let's try. Forward cargo hatch. Oh, we have to go in a little. No, that's as far as we can go. Cool. Still with its dilapidated state, it's quite imposing figure. This is a breakwater that was at the frontier, and I think this rectangular section here, I think that was a sign warning passengers not to go forward of this breakwater unless you're Leonardo DiCaprio, of course. The base of the forward mast sadly collapsed back and draped over the rest of the forward well deck to the superstructure there. Yeah. I believe when the wreck was first discovered in '85, this was still relatively solid, but just over the subsequent years it's just buckled and fallen in on itself. I also believe, I could be wrong, but when the wreck was first discovered by Ballard and his team, that the actual crow's nest was still in place there. I think I'm right in saying that a dive after that tended to recover so brittle it disintegrated. That is the hatch there where the lookouts they would have climbed the interior of the mast. Inside the ship there would have been a ladder and a hatch to get into the actual mast, climb up it, emerge out that little opening there into the crow's nest, where of course they would have had the bell and a telephone connection to the bridge to report what they were seeing. Dreadfully, and Reginald Lee had been stood on that night. Massive cranes still in place, they're just huge. Did all the cargo lifting, of course, dropping down into these cargo hatches. This is phenomenal. I'm going to follow this project with great interest. I don't believe that the stern section of the wreck is actually included as yet. In a future update, no doubt. this. Got a little gate here that would have been separating third class from second. Oh, see, now we've got the, I've got a collection of other plaques here. I believe it's customary to leave a memorial plaque when you dove to the wreck site, remembering those lost in the tragedy. Back up a little bit. So this is where the this is where the bridge would have been. What you see here, where I'm tracing, that is the teak base of the wheelhouse. Would have been a door around about here, door around about here to get in, and this is the main helm of the ship. This is where Quartermaster Hitchens would have been stood on the night, steering, when he was given the order to port around the iceberg. But the actual bridge, so this was like an interior structure, then there would have been another wooden structure around here that would have jutted out over this deck to about here. In fact, you can see its ruin. These bits of wall here of what have fallen down and fallen forward. You can see one of the beams that would have supported it still jutting out there, and this would have been the front of the bridge where the glass windows were, leading out onto the bridge wings. And here you can even see it is one of the forward windows of the starboard bridge wing. You may have seen the famous photo by Father Francis Brown where he's looking up, and you see Captain Smith hanging out of the window looking down at him. That's one of the windows where that picture would have been taken from. See one of them there. There. I assume the outward one has probably fallen down to the seabed down there. Yeah, this is the bridge. What's left of it, anyway. Of course, behind the wheelhouse, you would have had the chart room, which in the 1997 movie is the room where Thomas Andrews sort of relays to the senior officers what the fate of the ship will ultimately be. What a mess. Look at this. This is one of the stairwells down to a lower deck. And a lifeboat davit. Still in place. I believe it was Murdoch, William McMaster Murdoch, who was working the starboard side. I could be wrong. I should have a list of facts in front of me, really. Instead of just guessing. I'm fairly certain that's the way it was, though. Lightoller was on port side. Murdoch was starboard. And this one is in an inward position, swung in over the deck. So it indicates they got one boat away. They wound the davit back in, ready to attach the falls to one of the collapsible boats. in the hopes of being able to load that and then swing it back out and launch that one. Of course, we know they sort of ran out of time. The ship had started really going under by this point, and the collapsibles that were at the front trying to be attached to these davits would have been washed off deck before they managed to get them away properly. Good lord, look at this. I believe this... Yeah, I believe this is Captain Smith's cabin. Is that his bathtub there? That may be a bit of his bathtub. I thought it had been completely buried with the collapse of the roof. That could be it though. Where my cursor is there. Let's move the light out of the way. Could be a bit of Captain Smith's bathtub. But yeah, look, the roof has completely collapsed on this section now. But these would have been officers' quarters. I believe a galley as well. An officer's galley is up here. I'll have to hop back into Honour and Glory and refresh our memory. Let's fly over the top of this. Just absolute ruin. Another davit here. It's been absolutely thrown. It should be over here. It's been wrenched and thrown right into where the bridge would be. The stairwell down the port side there. Just an absolute mess of cabling. I think these were the stays for the funnels. Actually, big thick steel cables lashed to the deck that would have helped secure the funnels in place. Because this opening here would be for the forward funnel. I'm just trying to have a look for where the quiet room would be, the wireless Marconi room. That should be around here somewhere. But look at this funnel up. Mad. Ladders inside. Oh, I believe. Yeah, I think this is the wireless area actually. We'll go and have a look at that in a second. Let's carry on. I'm going to go over here first. What a mess. You know, the edge of this thing. This separation here. This is one of the expansion joints. The superstructure. So come over here. This is a fantastic piece of software. amazing that that's still in place. And quite an iconic part of the wreckage. Air deck covering. B deck. Still relatively intact from the. So let's just head right down here. Right, get a sense of scale. The seabed. Interviewed with Jim Cameron, other divers, Piet Magellan, and others have often stated when they saw the wreck themselves and they come along alongside it for the first time, they've said it's like coming to a cliff face of iron, and you know, I can believe it. Look at this. Sheer wall. Bubbling over here. Where the ship is ploughed into the seabed at such force, it's dug itself into its grave here. And then the rest of it has sort of caught up and absolutely broke its back, opened up all its plate seams and I remember reading when I was younger, first starting to explore Titanic things, that I couldn't tell you which dive team it was, but they sort of thought they'd found evidence of iceberg damage. I don't know what they thought they saw, but I assume the actual damage buried way under this. Let's head back up again. Continue our tour up there. A little bit forward again. Fly over the superstructure here. Ooh, actually, can we go into B deck? I doubt it. No. they might make that available in a future update. It'd be cool if we could actually get in some places. Who knows, with the way that technology advances, maybe we'll be able to create an ROV small enough to really get in to the nooks and crannies safely. You know, safely for the ROV, but more importantly for the integrity of the wreck as well. I should get some some notes written down about what these areas are. But yeah, I'm fairly certain this is the Marconi wireless room, because there were plans to see how the roof is already quite deteriorated here. I believe they were sort of toying with the idea of coming in and cutting out this section in order to get a recovery equipment in there to safely extract the Marconi wireless set from the wall that it's fastened to, and sort of preserve that piece of history. I don't know where I stand on that personally, because I mean, I've always been in the camp of, you know, these artifacts, they tell a story, and they form part of a much larger story, and I think it is our duty to preserve as much as we can, because this wreck is going to collapse in on itself. It can't last forever, and there's things in there that will just be lost. I believe we've got a duty to recover what we can without damaging the wreck as much as we, you know, as far as possible. A lot of people say, you know, it's a grave site, it should be left alone, and I do respect that opinion myself, but I do like to counter it with the argument that, you know, many artifacts that have already been raised from the site have actually shed light on the people that were on board, you know, passengers that we may not have known about. We've been able to give identities to, been able to learn their stories, like the gentleman from Manchester who was selling perfumes, you know, where we found his leather bag down there full of, you know, stoppered perfume vials. We may not have known that story if we hadn't recovered those. So while I understand it is important to respect and preserve the memory of those lost in the tragedy, I think we need to do our darndest to make sure every story is told as much as it can be. And artifact recovery is one way of doing that, for sure. Look at this. Air deck just collapsing down on itself now. Oh, the hull is just pancaking out to the side. It's just slammed in to the ground. Now then, this is a famous place. This is the first class entrance to the, entrance exit to the boat deck and into this space, which is, of course, the forward grand staircase. Completely smashed. Right about here, when it was intact, there would have been a housing that held the famous illuminated dome at the top of the staircase. Where the clock would have been. We drop down further. Head into the actual staircase. Oh yes, we can. Count the polygons down here. See these bulbous dangling things? I think they are the glass beaded chandeliers that would have adorned the staircase. Maybe we'll have that confirmed when they increase the resolution. How down can we go? B deck? Yeah, looks about it. Still, that's cool. Very, very cool. So in here, I think would have been elevator machinery. Operating the first class elevators up and down. Christ, look at this. Just completely crushing itself. Funnel number 2 opening. Get a good look at what's going on here. This deck's just completely gone. Oh, we've got another David station there. I think I'm just about to run out of time on this one. I'll just have to yeah, restart and just get back to this area. Plow forward and get back to where we were. This is a fantastic piece of software though. I'm really enjoying this. Can't wait to see what else they do with it. I will never ever be bored of that shot. Just seeing her coming out of the darkness. Sounding like the movie now. It is a fantastic, fantastic view. I love it so much, of course. If you've read my novel, I utilise this particular shot in that novel as well. towards us. Actually, I wonder if we can... I don't think the resolution will be good enough, but you may be able to see the lettering on her hull. Possibly not, but maybe in future updates with higher resolutions, because that area where the lettering existed, that was actually etched into the hull so that the painters could basically fill in the space created with the gold paint. I'm looking in the right place, but I can't remember how far along it was. Is that the T there? Could be the T. Wow. Wow. Anyway, let's get back further aft. What is going on here? Oh, it looks like this is one of the possibly one of the stairs. The main rigging. Yeah, that was holding the mast in place. Galley vents, skylights. Forward davit still in its swung-in position. They were really trying to get those bolts away. Those guys were real heroes that night. My God. So back at the grand staircase. We were over on starboard. Back over on port now. That is a doorway. This is would have been one of the entrances to the grand staircase for first class. Another davit. And this area here, I believe, just this little sort of area here, would have been, according to I think a couple of reports, where the band actually played as the ship went down. They would have been playing inside, and then ordered to come out and sort of maintain calm on deck. So I believe there were reports of people seeing them setting up just in this area and playing till the ship went down. We're just getting to the nonsense space now. This is just a mess. Fly over the funnel number 2 uptake. Am I right in thinking this? I think that... No, I don't know what I'm thinking. Trying to remember where the gymnasium would have been. Ah, that would have been over that side, wouldn't it? Crazy. Just the state of deterioration that this is in now. I do wonder how long these upper decks have actually got before they just completely cave in. Back up and we just see the sort of dramatic difference in destruction that's happened back here. Now with the loss of the stern, there's just nothing for this to hold on to, so it's just completely pancaked. And that's strong iron, man. It's just completely folded. The forces at play, it just can't comprehend them. See, this is like the upper deck. All this would have been where this was. Completely collapsed. You can see some more of that teak sort of edging that went around the base of all the upper deck structures. This is what they would have attached the wooden walls and whatnot to. This is all fastened to the deck, but then they would have put the walls following these contours, so that these are still in place, marking out where the upper structures would have been. Excavation limit reach, right, so we can't go any further than that. Somewhere out there, the stern awaits. Just gonna have to keep on waiting. Just drop down somewhere. Get a sense of this scale. Far down as we can go. See all these completely pancake decks. I like the word pancake, if you haven't guessed. Alright. Quite an eerie shot, that. I've always been fascinated with shipwrecks and whatnot, but boy oh boy, does stuff like this underwater really give me the heebie-jeebies. I wish I had more knowledge that I could just like identify some more of these spaces, just go back and compare what they were. Could probably get an approximation, but Absolutely fascinating. What's happening down here? Let's just drop down to seabed level. Must admit, they've been very courteous and made it quite illuminated down here. Look at this. Really see the deformation of the hull plate in there. Or a remnant where the ship's sort of been careening forward while it's coming to a stop in the seabed, and it's created this ridging of sediment and sand. And you see the hull splaying out at the back here. Completely blown out. All right. Not going any further. Well, let's do one last lap and just take her all in. What an absolutely fantastic idea, though, to let people like myself just sort of fly around the wreck as she exists today. We're never going to get to go down there and see it for ourselves. This is the next best thing. Because let's face it, even when you're down in the sub, diving it for yourself, yeah, you can look out of the viewports, you know, the little round viewports, and you'll get to see it. But most of your observation, I assume, is done through a screen anyway, while you're piloting the actual ROVs with the cameras on. So no, that's exactly what we're doing here. And they need to pay thousands of pounds in order to experience it. Still, I bet the feeling is something else to actually be down that far. Though we're at 3,800 meters deep. Must be quite exhilarating to be down that far and see this. Just look at this bridge. Back at the forward well deck. Let's do some of these objectives as well. So, scan lifeboat, have it. Did we get it? Find another one. Scanning. Scanning. Doesn't seem to want to give me that. Let's go and find the anchor. Bigger target. What a shot. Flying over the bow like this is amazing. Maybe it means the anchor on the side. Maybe it means the anchor on the other side. Watch out for the wreck. Oh, this is promising. We've got points. 1, 2.
Good job.
Good job. I guess we didn't get the davit. Let's go and scan that again. Must be another data point to collect. What else have we got? Anchor derrick. Is that a derrick? Do I need to do my homework? I think so. It's like the final shot of the movie, isn't it? It's flying over the wreck and into the air deck prom and round into the grand staircase. That'd be cool if we could do that. I think it's all collapsed in. I don't think you could actually do that in real life. yes, there was another point that needed scanning.
Very impressive.
Why, thank you. Grand staircase window. Are there any left? I have no idea what I'm supposed to look for here. Let's just scan it all until we find something. That's gotta be it right around there. There's nothing left over here. It's gotta be over there. Oh well. It's probably really obvious, but I'm being blind. Lounge dome coffee. Oh, heyo. What have we found here? Let's head down, careful.
You are quite talented.
I'm quite lucky. Makes sense. Grand staircase window. I'll have to head back into Honor and Glory Demo 401 to have a look at that. What deck would that have been then? Big. You think you know a lot about something, then something like this comes along to really show you that you don't know as much as you think you did. But that just gives me the drive to go and do more homework. Now, lounge dome. Gosh, what would that have been? Must be further aft. We got 7 minutes, boys. Whoa. Something. No, definitely back to the history books. Gotta do some learning. I don't know where that would be. Still, it's just amazing to be flying around and just looking at everything. It's absolutely a fantastic piece of kit. I highly recommend you get this if you have any sort of interest in Titanic or shipwrecks or anything maritime, really. Either like submersibles. This is really cool experience. Not expensive. 15 quid on Steam. Give the project some support, you know. And I'm just gonna keep scanning random things and hope I get hit. No. Ah well. I should use this last 5 minutes and go and get another look from up front before we end the video. I must admit, playing these two Titanic projects in the past couple of weeks have really whet my appetite to get this second novel well and truly underway. A lot of I've been busy recently. A lot of stuff's got in the way of writing, but now I'm back on a schedule where I'll be sitting down and writing a lot more regularly again, and we'll get this second novel done. It was a novel that I never actually planned to write, but people that read the first one, A New Dawn, I had several people come up to me and say, you know, what happened next? You know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read the book, but I hadn't even considered that, to be honest with you. But enough people asked me about it, so I decided to dive in, so to speak, and find out what did happen next. I've got an objective here, we can get this.
Brilliant.
That's the anchor, Derek. Well, Get one last good shot. Right at the prow here. Cool. Very cool. Right, well, if you've made it this far, what's wrong with you? I'm only joking. Thank you very much for sticking with me while I explore this this fantastic piece of software. Like I say, it's from Magellan. It's available on Steam. $14.99 English. Pick it up. Support the project. If you've got any sort of interest, like I say, in Titanic history, it's well worth a look. It's fascinating. I could probably spend another hour playing this. But we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I couldn't give you more detailed information, but like I say, it's spurred me on to go back to the history books and do some more research. And so maybe in a future update I'll come back and revisit this and have a little bit more information to share with you. Or just let me know if you've seen any other videos of somebody more knowledgeable than me having a look at this. I'd be very eager to check those out. But for now, I will say thank you, farewell, and until next time, be excellent to each other.